Today I'm going to show you how to fix your vehicle key fob. Doesn't matter if it's the one with the remote start or just your regular one lock and unlock button. One of the issues you might have, it's have a weak signal. Your remote only work if you get close to your vehicle. Your other issue might be because some of the function are working on your remote, but some of the other function, like this remote for example, the lock function doesn't work. We got two choices. We can either go for a drive to the dealership and pay a fortune for a new key, or you can follow me to the garage and I'll show you how to fix this for almost nothing. For this repair, I'm going to show you what to do for key fob for a Dodge Ram, but it could be any vehicle. For this, you're either going to need a little Phillips screwdriver or star screwdriver, some people call it, or a little flat screwdriver. We're going to need batteries. This key fob needs the 2032 batteries. Lots of manufacturers use this size of batteries. The other thing that I order, it's new pads. And when you have the new padding, it comes with a metal ring to do your connection. And this is usually what will fail. It's usually the ring that I've moved. I have tried to reglue those rings with weather strip adhesive and crazy glue, and I'm telling you it doesn't last that long. You might as well replace that pad. The first thing that we're going to do, unlatch the back. Take your spare key out. This is where the latch goes to lock this key in, just into this little groove. And then this remote here, I actually did lose the little screw that was in here, and that was a small Phillips screw. From here, what you can do is you can either grab your spare key, pry your key fob apart after the screw is undone, or you can grab a small flat screwdriver to start separating the key fob. I just have to keep prying all the way around. Okay, so now this is the back of our key fob. This part, we don't need it for now. Now the rest of your key fob, if you have a weak signal, it's going to be most likely just your battery that needs to be replaced. You're going to push the pad button up like this. Pull out the circuit board. Now that it's off, you can just either grab your little screwdriver or your nail, push from the back. It will slide out this way. The positive is going to be facing up so that when you take the key apart, you're going to be able to read your number. So as long as you can read your number, you know that the battery is the right way. As you can see, the tabs for the negative are more into the center. So that will also tell you which way you're going to have to put your battery. You just press it in, those tabs will open. And now if you had a weak signal, you just reassemble everything and it's going to work. Now if you have a key fob that not all the buttons are working, here's our padding. As you can see at the top here, this is for our panic button. This panic button doesn't work because the ring is actually missing. You will see that those rings are starting to break apart after the years, and they might start making tons of little metal dust onto your key. We're just gonna grab a rag and wipe it. Don't use any product on here like brake clean or anything like this. You might damage some components. The ring will actually, they're always touching the outside of those connector, and then when you push it, it touches the inside of it and it makes the connection. The grease on here will end up, or the ring is falling apart a little bit. It might make a little bit of metal dust on here. This is why we're wiping everything off. We're going to re-put a little bit of dielectric grease on here. It's grease for electrical components, so it doesn't damage them. And it's not conductive too, so everything from your key fob is still going to work with this on. It's just going to help it so that when the ring actually is beveled like this and it flats down to make the contact, then as it moves up and down, the edge of the ring doesn't wear down and start damaging the connection. Now you're going to need your new pad. The new pad, like you see here, have all new rings. Those rings here, don't worry about it. If there's some function that don't come with your key, and doesn't matter if the ring is there or not, that function won't work. We're going to just set our circuit board inside, just so if you want to see when you're unlocking and locking your key, to take your service key out of here. This is what's holding everything together. So you're just moving this latch here. And that will let your key be able to slide out. One pro tip is when you go to put the key back together, don't use the face to put your pad into it. Actually use the back side, and you're going to want to put the pad around this edge all the way around. If you don't do that and you try to use the other face and you slide your pad into it, then you go to put this piece in, that edge that we just slide above is going to push your pad through this hole. So now there's nowhere for it to go except in at the right spot. Now you just push it together. Now if you still have the screw, you can put the screw back together and it will help it so that this key fob cannot fall apart. But usually they're pretty solid. I lost that screw like the first year I had this key fob, and or like 10 years later, and it's still together. Now you just have to put your key back in and let's go test it. As you seen earlier, this key fob was able to unlock your vehicle. It's still able to unlock it, but it wasn't able to lock it. Let's try. No problem, it's locked now. Now, this function here for the remote start doesn't work because this truck didn't come with remote start. But if you are interested in installing a remote start, I have a video that shows you how to install a aftermarket remote start. It's fairly easy. After you install your aftermarket remote start, then what you have to do is lock, unlock, lock, and then the truck will start. It'll lock the door, and then the truck starts by itself. You want to shut it off? Again, lock, unlock, lock. Now the truck's shut off. You don't even have to change your key. You'll do everything by just locking and unlocking your vehicle. If you need a new pad for your key fob, then check out my affiliate links for my Amazon storefront and to the video description. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. If you're interested in any of the Dodge Ram repair or installing that remote start, then follow those videos.